What's going on, everybody? Al here. Street Sense. Back with someone we've seen in the past, or recently.
Very recently.
Cedric. What's going on, Cedric?
I'm all right. How's everything going?
Everything is going great. Everything is great. 2014. We're kicking off a new episode of Street Sense, a whole new year. My man, Cedric.
All right, I'm back again.
Back again. Recap. Cedric was on the Bougeron. He was in the Bougeron J4 Street Sense video.
Right.
And you like that fragrance, right?
Definitely.
And
very nice.
We spoke about something in that video. We touched on some old school fragrances. Right? Went to the old school. Got a lot of messages and comments asking me to bring you back and talk about the old school. Pay our respects to the old school.
That's right. We got to pay our respects to the old school.
So, how do you feel about that?
Very good about it. I'm old school guy, so.
Yeah, old school kind of guy.
Definitely.
Anything new you want to share with us? Any new fragrances or anything happened that you want to let us know?
Well, not yet. It's the beginning of the year, so throughout the year I'll be collecting my new bottles of stuff that I'll be wanting to, have and everything.
And you said you had 20-something bottles, right?
Yeah.
So Cedric is a collector. He's not just one or two. 20-something, right?
Right.
That's a collector. I know people that have like one or two. That's they wear fragrance when they go out, but when you got like over 20, then you're in collector status.
Yes.
And I respect that.
All right.
All right. So I made a little list. I compiled a little list here of a few fragrances that I want to touch on.
Right.
And I'm sure you're gonna know all of them because you're an old school kind of guy.
Right.
And let's just, talk fragrances.
Right.
Nothing wrong with that. Just talking on the streets, talking about fragrances, right? Right? Cameraman, right?
Yes.
All right. All right, so here we go. The first fragrance we want to talk about is from the year 1982. 1982. Drakkar. How'd you know that?
If you're from the old school, you better know that one right there.
All right, so he has powers. Drakkar. ESP kicked in. Drakkar. Drakkar Noir from Guy LaRoche.
Yes.
All right, so what do you want to say about Drakkar? Anything you can say to us about Drakkar?
Oh yeah, Drakkar was definitely a classic. If you was a baller or a player back then, you had to have a bottle of Drakkar. That's right. I used to have Drakkar on me. I used to carry it on me. Just to, throughout the day or whatever, and throw it on. A lot of guys did back in those times right there. But Drakkar was definitely top notch back in those times in the 80s. Definitely.
So you used to carry it on you. I was gonna ask you if you owned it. If you owned the bottle, I guess. Now I guess I know you got. If you carried it on you, then you definitely owned the bottle.
Yes, I did. A couple of bottles.
Oh, a couple of bottles.
Yes.
Oh, so you were a big fan of Drakkar.
Yes.
And you carried on you for what? Like when you went out or?
I carried it on me when I went out, when I was in school, everything.
You hear that? The cops? That's what you get with Street Sense. You never know. You hear that?
That's right. Street Sense. We in the streets.
Someone's getting backed up out there. But all right, so getting back to your car. So you carried it on you, when it wore out or whatever, you refresh yourself.
Right. Exactly. Refresh yourself. We had it on. When we went out, we had a little something on us just to. That was back in the days. You had to do that. People saw you do that. You was a player. You was a cologne collector. You know what I'm saying? But that was definitely a very unique scent for back then. Very.
You own your car now?
No, that was strictly in the 80s. I mean, right now in the 2000s, 2014, that wouldn't be a fragrance that I would have in my collection right now. That's definitely part of the past.
Yeah, dated scent, barbershop kind of scent. It has that soapy, shaving cream kind of vibe.
Pinaud. You went to the barbershop, you know about Pinaud? Definitely.
All right, so let's move on now. We touched on Drakkar. But you got to pay respect to Drakkar still, though.
Yes.
Even though you wouldn't rock it now, you rocked it back then like crazy, and you gotta pay homage to some of the fragrances that made the way.
You gotta give it its due. That's definite.
Okay, so let's move on to 1990. Calvin Klein's Eternity.
Definitely Eternity. A very nice fragrance, very unique fragrance.
Got me a lot of compliments.
Yes. The Eternity was a scent that I would wear if you was not going something casual like a dress shirt, slacks, or something like that. I viewed it like that. I always wore it, when I was wearing something like that right there. But it was a very unique scent. It was very nice.
And that scent was more like a soapy, fresh kind of
clean.
Like
a clean scent.
Yeah.
Interview scent. You're going on a job interview or something.
And did you have several bottles of that? Did you carry that as well? Or no.
That I didn't carry. That was in the 80s when I was younger. And, we did things like that right there. As I got older, especially a scent like that. You know, that was wore just, you know, casual if you was going out somewhere, a specific event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have eternity now?
No, I don't have eternity now.
Okay. Would you rock eternity these days?
Yeah, I would put it on. It stands the test of time a little bit. It stands the test of time a little bit.
Honestly, I would rock eternity these days.
Yeah.
I would revisit eternity. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's worth revisiting, definitely.
All right, so let's move on. Eternity. Got some props from Cedric. Let's move on to 1988's Christian Dior's
Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit. He knows. You know your fragrances.
Fahrenheit, definitely. Now, that is a scent that was a classic. And I'm going to say a classic because that was a scent that I think should be in the Hall of Fame of cologne.
There you go. There you go. Well spoken. I said the same exact thing. If there's a Hall of Fame of cologne, Fahrenheit's in there. Number one, hands down.
Number one. And before you ask the question, yes, I would wear it today.
Yeah.
It definitely should be worn today.
I actually own Fahrenheit.
Oh, you own it now?
Yeah, I still have it, and when I finish, I will get it again. It's always been in my collection.
Yes.
Since back in the days until now.
Yes.
And that fragrance, it's like you said, Hall of Fame. It's timeless.
It's timeless.
It's just amazing. It's very unique. I think you said that in the last video. We spoke about Fahrenheit.
Very unique.
You know, it has a petroleum kind of gasoline kind of smell.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird, but kind of sexy.
Kind of sexy, yeah. I equate it to like a summertime cologne. For me, it is.
For you, yeah.
You know, you dress with casual, loose clothes on, let the wind just take it down the block on you.
Yeah, you get that breeze of Fahrenheit. Yes. And Fahrenheit gets tons of compliments.
Yes, definitely.
I mean, I think I told you that I've gotten compliments where a girl will ask me, are you wearing Fahrenheit? Like, without even saying anything. I'm like, how'd you know? Oh, you smell like my ex-boyfriend. So that's the ex-boyfriend compliment getter.
Yeah, very impressionable. Very unique. Definitely.
So Fahrenheit, like standing the test of time, it's classic.
Very classic.
Timeless. You can wear it today. You don't own it, do you?
I don't own it. I don't own it today. But if I ever went out and saw it, you know, I would get it.
I got a feeling Cedric's gonna own Fahrenheit soon. Next time you're on Street Sense, I'm sure you're gonna be like, guess what? I have Fahrenheit in my collection.
And if I have it, I'm gonna show it too.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Moving on. That's awesome. Fahrenheit. That nice violet in there. I like that.
Very nice.
Little wind. The wind calm down. All right. So now I'm gonna throw a curveball at you. A little curveball. This is gonna be a fragrance going back to the 1975. It's gonna be a fragrance by the name of Grey Flannel.
Grey Flannel. Yeah.
What do you think about Grey Flannel?
I really liked that. I really liked that.
Okay.
It was a really good cologne. It was very good. You know, it came with the bag with the drawstrings. Great bag. Everybody, you know, most of the guys I knew had it back then. You know, they wore it and everything. So, you know, right now, I don't know how that scent would do in today's society. Right? But it was a very top seller. It was a top seller back then, though. It was very good, and I owned it.
I still see it. Oh, you owned it, yeah. Yes. You owned it, and I still see it around.
Yes.
I see the bag.
Right.
So it's still out there. It's still being sold, and I've seen people buying it.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Yeah.
And you liked it, you said.
I liked it very much.
You rocked it back then.
Yes.
And that fragrance, I'm gonna say this is a love or hate fragrance.
Right.
Love or hate in the fragrance community. Some people they love it, they wear it, they adore it. Some people they can't stand it.
So we'll say it's polarizing. It's a polarizing scent.
Good word, polarizing. Me, I can't do it.
Right.
You know, I tried and it didn't work. Maybe it didn't work well with my skin chemistry or something, but it just didn't do it for me.
Yeah, that's the unique thing with colognes, though.
Yeah,
it's not a certain cologne. It's not for everybody.
Exactly. You can't just say a cologne is gonna smell good. You know.
Right.
Like one of my brothers, they think every cologne smells good. You know, there's a few of them that don't smell good.
Right.
And I feel like just leaving it out. So when my brother comes, he'll grab that one and like he sprays like like a good 10 sprays.
Right.
So I feel like playing a trick on him. And I'm gonna get a fragrance called Secretions Magnifique.
Oh.
The name throws you off. It's a crazy scent. I mean, it smells like blood and like semen and rotting milk and just crazy stuff.
So if he put enough of that on, he's gonna know not to touch your stuff.
He might, yeah. So I'm gonna leave that bottle out, and he's gonna think it smells good. He's gonna, I don't have the bottle. I have some samples, but I'm gonna get a bottle.
Right.
I don't own that fragrance.
Right.
But I had samples of it, and I had it on Street Sense. And to me, that fragrance, I can't stand that fragrance.
Yeah.
But some people say it smells good. I don't know how they think that, but it just does not smell good.
Body chemistry, you spray cologne on it.
Yeah, So,
it's a slight.
but you're thought to think that cologne smells good, you know. But like you said, it's not always the case.
No, it's not always the case.
So I'm gonna trick on my brother one day. I'll get a bottle of that. I'll leave it out. They'll come by, grab it, like 20 sprays, and he'll see. Don't hit me, you might like it.
Who knows? Who knows?
Me, I'll probably throw up. So then again, I won't do that because I'll be throwing up everywhere. But anyways, getting back to gray flannel.
Right.
You liked it. Like I said, it's a love or hate fragrance. To me, it was not that great, but you know what? You gotta pay its respect.
Right. It sold its bottles during the times.
It definitely did.
Yes.
So let's talk about one more. Let's go with 1988. 1988's Davidoff Cool Water.
Cool Water.
Cool Water.
That was definitely top notch.
Cool Water.
Definitely top notch. Smelled very, very good. It had a very clean scent to it.
Nice, clean, yeah, nautical.
Very, very good. It's very good.
And it can be worn today still.
Yes, that one can be worn today.
And that's being sold like crazy. I still see it everywhere I go. Macy's still carries Cool Water. They carry Drakkar. They carry Fahrenheit. They carry... These fragrances are still being sold.
Right.
And Cool Water I could see being worn by me at least today.
Right.
How about you?
Definitely. I mean, it's a basic name of a cologne. It's not that, fancy, but Cool Water. It is the name says it all. It's definitely Cool Water. It fits you when you put it on. It's definitely something that's very nice. Very unique.
Gotta pay respect to all these fragrances. I mean, these are the ones that set the way. Now, there's so many out there. Back then, it was such a limited, it was limited back then. You go to Macy's and that's like few.
Right.
And everybody was rocking that one. So you go to a party, it was either this or that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But now it's like, there's so many fragrances out there. It's whole transforms, a whole new game out there.
Yeah,
fragrance.
Whole new game, definitely.
Yeah, so it's not like back then. Back then, Eternity, I went clubbing. It was either Eternity or Cool Water in the club, you know. That's what or Fahrenheit. That's what you smelled.
Right.
Now it's like everybody has their own thing.
Right. There's so many different kinds.
It's changed. Just a change of time. Just like everything, you know.
That's right.
I want to ask you, what's some fragrance that you want to talk? I gave you some from my list. Let's talk. Let's see what one fragrance that you could share with us that you like that is a classic to you.
Well, my classic
go-to
and number one for me
old
is
school
Lagerfeld Photo.
Ah, okay. Karl Lagerfeld.
Karl Lagerfeld, very nice. Very nice. I can wear that now. That is very nice. Stand the test of time.
The cap had that circle.
That circle on it. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. You could put your fingers.
Finger in it, pop it right up. Yes.
I remember that.
Very
I own that fragrance too. That I owned, and that I rocked.
Yeah. I had several bottles of that, and that was one of the other ones that I would carry with me.
Really?
As I was out and about, I had that with me. That was very, very nice.
Yeah,
very
nice. That had like a spicy scent to it, right?
Very spicy, a light spicy scent to it. Very nice.
Spicy, like a lavender spice from what I remember.
Right.
But yeah, it was a really nice scent. I remember that now. Now you're bringing me back.
Yes.
I totally forgot about Lagerfeld Photo. Wow.
Very nice, very nice. And it stands the test of time. That one should be in the Cologne Hall of Fame also.
All right. You still have that?
No, I don't still have it, but I will be getting a bottle of it though.
You see?
I will be.
Before you know it, Cedric's collection is going to be 50 bottles.
I have all the new school.
New stuff, the Costco, your, the Costco, I mean, you're talking about that. That was like one of your most complimented fragrances as of now.
Yes, the Costco.
All right, so we touched on some great fragrances. If you want to see Cedric back on Street Scents talking about old school fragrances, let me know. There's still a lot more fragrances we could touch on. But we'll be out here for like 2 hours.
Yes, a lot more.
We'll continue this conversation.
Yes,
next episode of Street Scents, you'll be back, right?
Definitely.
You want to see Cedric back? Comment down below. Shoot me a message. Send me an email. You can email me at fragrancefanatic with the number 1 at yahoo.com. Fragrancefanatic1, the number 1 at yahoo.com. If you want to talk about anything, ask me a question, or just, kick it about fragrances, shoot me an email, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. My man Cedric, anything else you want to say before we wrap this up?
Go get some cologne if you're a real player.
Spoken by the man himself. I respect that. All right, Cedric, thank you for being back, man. A lot of people asked for you to come back. And, you're a down-to-earth guy. And, you're a cool guy. You really are. I'm happy you're back. I really am. And hopefully I'll see you again. And we'll talk again when the camera's off. And anything you want to hear Cedric talk about or smell on Street Scents, let me know. You comment down below. Shoot me a message. He's a great guy. Once again, my man, thanks a lot.
Anytime.
Lagerfield Photo, I'm gonna check that out. I gotta definitely revisit that fragrance now.
Definitely.
Yeah, I got a new collection, a new bottle going to my collection because of you. Lagerfield
Okay.
Photo.
Right.
I used to own it, and I'll now revisit it.
You won't be disappointed.
Nah, I won't. All right, another episode of Street Sense 2014. We're kicking it off. I have a lot more in store for everybody out there. Thank you so much for all the support. I'll see you guys later.